Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, no that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we get God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
One of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Chiefs at 7-5 now in the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for KC. 53 yards.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10
at their own 26. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Here we go.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
11. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Looked like you might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash, because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him. I'll fix him.
It was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
I'm one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Uses the stiff arm. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession. And now it's blocked. Well, the Bengals have got it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick six, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Let's get set. Go.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as
as they start on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be...
You gotta choose.